Well, hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me for this special announcement. I could not be more excited because we are going to be talking about my brand new book today. So this is the first time you're going to be hearing about it. I'm going to tell you the title, I'm going to give you the write-up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, I'm going to tell you when you can get your hands on it. This is the first time I am talking about this, but because we are on Instagram Live, we are going to give it a minute for people to sign on. So give me just a second. We're going to give everyone a chance to get logged on so they can hear this big announcement. If you're here, go ahead and give me a shout out. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and which of my books is your favorite, or what's your favorite type of book in general if you have not read my books yet. We are going to give it just a minute. For those of you who are in my rebroadcast, thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and DM me a little bit of love. Let me know who you are, why you're hanging out with us, and if you're excited to hear about the big announcement. Hey, thanks for joining. We are doing a big announcement today. I am talking about my brand new book. This has not been announced yet. This is the first time we're going to be talking about it. So we are going to be debuting the name of the book, the write-up for the book. We're going to show you the cover, and we're going to talk about when you can get your hands on a copy of this. But we are giving it just a minute for everybody to get logged on, because we know Instagram sometimes takes a minute or two to remind people that we are, in fact, live. So if you are here with us live, thanks so much for joining. Super excited to see you all. We are going to be doing a rebroadcast of this later, so thank you so much if you are joining our rebroadcast. All right, we're going to jump in. We're going to talk a little bit about this brand new book. I am so excited because this will be my 8th release. I cannot wait for you guys to hear a little bit more about this. This is actually going to be a retelling. So you guys know I do retellings, I do dystopian novels, but I have a big, big love for my retellings. And this happens to be one that not many people have guessed yet because, with my retellings anyway, I don't necessarily do the common retellings. So I will do things like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That was my debut novel, Goldilocks. I've done Little Miss Muffet, Little Bo Peep. Hi, Yentl, thanks for joining. 8 is amazing, right? It's been less than a year, and this is going to be my eighth book. I'm excited for it. Hey, Yentl, I'm so glad that you are here. We are just about to debut information about the brand new retelling that I have coming out. It is called... first, I was saying that not many people have guessed this because I do the retellings that are not necessarily the most popular, but on occasion I do, in fact, write retellings of the popular ones. Hi, Jess, thanks for joining. But with my popular retellings, I have to have a huge, huge twist on it that most people are not expecting. So I do have that for some of the popular retellings, and this happens to be one of the popular retellings, and it is a very twisted take on it. I'm exceptionally excited about it. People who have heard a bit about it, my elites have heard just a little bit. Some of my elites, not all of you, sorry guys. But they're really excited about it. This one is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. I am so thrilled for this because I found a really big twist on it. Now, this is not a full novel. This is not, the size of Golden or Jaded, but this is a novella. So it is around the size of Forged, which is the prequel novella to the Golden trilogy. So it's a novella. It is Sleeping Beauty. I'm really excited about it. This is called Virtually Sleeping Beauty. And I am thrilled to pieces because this is actually a story about Sleeping Beauty, and she is asleep in our world because she's actually locked into a virtual reality video game, and he has to go into the game, help her win the battles, and save her and wake her up in the real world. So here we go. It's one of your faves. Yeah, I love Sleeping Beauty. It's a great book. I'm going to show you guys the cover right now, and then I'm going to read you the write-up for this. So here we go. This is the cover of Virtually Sleeping Beauty. This is just a piece of paper, guys, because it's not printed yet. I just printed out the cover so I can show you. But check that out. So we've got Virtually Sleeping Beauty, we've got the vines, we've got a door, we've got glass roses and actual roses somewhere here. Yes, we've got actual roses on there. And it is a virtual reality Sleeping Beauty. So I'm actually going to duck around here because I have the write-up for this, and I'm going to read this to you so you can learn a little bit about this. And the tagline here is, to wake her up, he must enter the game and help her beat it, which I love. Yentl is loving on the cover. Thank you. I am a big fan of the cover. It's different than my usual covers because we've got Golden. Yeah, quite a bit different there. And we've got Along Came a Spider. It's more in line with that one. Both are techie. I love my techie books. And then we've got, where did you go? Here we go. And then we've got Jaded. So you can kind of see how that fits with all of my other books. So let's talk a little bit about Virtually Sleeping Beauty. She may be doing battle in the virtual world, but in the real world, they can't wake her up. All Rora wants is to help people as class president, give her time to local charities, and quietly earn her way to the top level of the virtual reality system that the entire country uses without anyone noticing she's the second best player in the game. All Royce wants to do is level up as a knight inside the gaming system, slay dragons, and eventually play his way to controlling the palace as he takes the crown away from the reigning queen. When his Aunt Perry calls him, hysterically screaming that her goddaughter Rora has been inside for more than the 4 hours the game allows, Royce rushes over to help. Entering the game, Royce soon discovers that Rora is trapped inside this system after an encounter with an evil magician who can change form inside the game and control the virtual world. If he and his friend can't help her beat the game, she might not be able to wake up at all in the real world. I switched words there, but that's okay. When virtual knights and princesses meet to slay dragons and defeat evil rulers, there's nothing stopping them from suffering real-world consequences, too. To wake her up, he must enter the game and help her beat it. And so that is a little bit about Virtually Sleeping Beauty. That was really hard for me to lean around my phone to read that. Usually when I do these live broadcasts, I'm doing the opposite, so I'm broadcasting from my computer and I have my phone here, but unfortunately for Instagram, we have to broadcast from our phones, and I had to read it off of my computer. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be really good. I have been getting really good reviews from the couple of people that have read it. Most people haven't seen it yet, but one of my people gave it a 5-star, and I've been getting 4 stars from her for everything else. As much as she loves me, I'm a sci-fi writer. She's a fantasy person, and this has fantasy elements in it. So we've got dragons, we've got knights, we've got princesses, we've got magicians, we've got all sorts of things within this virtual reality gaming system, and it earned 5 stars. My first 5-star from her. I'm really excited about it. I just saw it before I came live. So it's gonna be really, really good. I'm incredibly excited. If you're excited, go ahead and leave me a little love here in the comments. Virtually Sleeping Beauty is my techie gamer retelling of Sleeping Beauty, featuring Rora Rose and Royal Royce, I think is his screen name in the game. And it's a novella, so it's a short story. And it is going to be released February 20th. So I'm really excited for this. This is my first time writing a gamer book like virtual reality, and I have a number of friends who are very much into virtual reality systems. I've got one of my friends is actually on her way to becoming a professional gamer, so I've got lots of really strong influences from these virtual reality gamers and all of this fabulousness. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Rora. I'm excited for Royce. There's like special stuff that I have in there. Some little nods to things. There's a lot that has to do with the original stories in there, a bunch of nods, a couple of little Easter eggs, and I'm really excited for it. It is going to be my 8th book, and it will be out in February. So for those of you following along with my author career, I do have the Golden Trilogy. The last book in the Golden Trilogy actually comes out in just a few days on the 30th. We finally get to find out what happens to Goldilocks and Baby Bear and all 3 of the bears as we wrap up the epic, as it has been called, conclusion of the Golden Trilogy. And that comes out in just a few days. So we've got Golden and the prequel novella Forge, where we learn what happened to Goldilocks to be trained to be sent on that mission to destroy the bears. And then we've got Locked. And then we've got the final book, Edge, which is coming out in just a few days. I cannot wait for you guys to see the conclusion. We do have those gorgeous headers in there. Wait till you see the headers, though, for Virtually Sleeping Beauty. That's pretty cool looking. You know, in the Golden Trilogy, each of the books in the series has its own special header, and there's, 17 to 20 some hidden pictures in each of the headers that you can pick out as you are reading through the story. Some are references to the original Goldilocks tale, some are things directly in the story, and some are a little bit harder. You would have to watch some of my interviews to get some of my answers, where I plant little Easter eggs and tell you some of the behind the scenes stuff that actually leads to some of those things in the header. Then we also have the Jada duology. The first book is currently out. This has been called the YA Dystopian Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and the sequel to this comes out in the next few months. I can't give you the exact date yet because I'm waiting on confirmation on just a couple of things to make sure everything falls into place first, but it is going to be in the next couple of months. I'm actually finishing up writing it right now. I was working on it earlier right before we went online here. Yentl says that Forged is her favorite. It is. You love that cover, dear. And then we also have Along Came a Spider, which is my retelling of Little Miss Muffet, where Muffet and Spider are hackers, and one of them is a double agent, and they have to go on a mission to save Little Bo Peep because she's been kidnapped by their enemy, the Piper. And then the follow-up to that is And They'll Come Home, and it is Little Bo Peep's point of view as she is being held hostage while Spider and Muffet are trying to save her. So these are both novelettes that lead into the Legends Chronicle series, which comes out later in 2018 from Snowy Wings Publishing. And both of these babies are free right now. If you go online, you can get them free everywhere books are sold. Yay! And for those of you who are hanging out with me, if you have not read the Golden Trilogy yet, I have to dig through the pile of books on my lap here. Golden is free as well. So Golden is currently free, and Along Came a Spider and They'll Come Home free right now. Yes, I'm excited for it. You love the covers. Thank you. I'm glad you like my covers. For those of you just signing on and joining me, I announced my brand new book. It's coming out in February. It is another retelling. It is called Virtually Sleeping Beauty, and it is a gamer virtual reality retelling of Sleeping Beauty, where Aurora gets locked in a virtual reality video game and she cannot wake up in the real world, and Royce, our prince, has to go into the game and help her beat it in order to get her out. And she happens to be the number 2 player in the entire game, and we kind of get to see the cover, right? You love the cover? I love the cover. Oh my goodness. Reading Mall Vegan, I don't know your first name. Can you tell me your first name? Because I like to talk to people and not just use screen names. But yes, I'm excited for it. And for those of you, we're just going to hold this up. Oh, thank you, Yentl. All my covers are flawless. I love you. Emily, I love that name. All right. So here we go, Emily. Take a look at this. We've got Virtually Sleeping Beauty. The pink letters here are actually representative of the buildings in the game because the game is virtual reality. It's very fantasy based, and they have pink buildings. Yay that. There's vines, there's other vines, there's multiple kinds of vines here. You can see the door here to the castle. We've got glass roses, and there's some real roses. I think I pointed to one, but I did. Yes, I did. Because I can only see in the phone. And then we've got like the sparkly flares and all the loveliness, and the sword here for Royce, because inside the game, Royce is a knight, and Aurora is a princess, and they are taking on the dragons. They are taking on an evil magician woman. They are defeating things, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful story. I've been getting a lot of 5 stars from people who have already read it, which not very many people have yet, because I haven't announced it yet. Nobody knows it exists. But yes, that comes out in February. It is so good. I'm so excited for it. It is currently up on Goodreads, and we submitted the pre-order for this earlier today. I don't think it processed yet, so you can check on Amazon and iBooks and Barnes & Noble and all of that, but I think the only place it's live, last I checked, was Kobo. So you can pre-order it on Kobo and the other places in the next couple of hours, because it's going to take a few minutes. To learn more information about this, you can go to vsbinfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. That is Virtual Sleeping Beauty, VSB. info.k.m.robinsonbooks.com, and currently that's going to kick you over to the Goodreads page so you can read the write-up, but as soon as the buy links go live, I am going to switch that over so that you guys can access that too and get your hands on a pre-ordered copy of this novella, which I'm so excited about. Sissy's joined us. Yay. Hey girl. Yentl says that she thinks that this is becoming her favorite cover. Well, I mean, I feel like every cover I put out there, people are just like, that one's my favorite. Oh no, that one's my favorite. No wait, that one's my favorite. And I think it's just gonna keep going. We've got a little sisterhood love going on here because Sissy and Yentl are together again. You guys are my favorite people. I love you. And I love that you hang out and talk in the comments around me. So guys, do you have questions? Do you have comments? Do you want to talk about this? You want a couple of hints about what happens in this novella? I'm really excited for it. Sissy has read it, so she can actually tell you that it's a good read, I guess. Maybe you could give me a shout out there in the comments there, girl. Yes, it's tough between Along Came a Spider and Virtually Sleeping Beauty. Not our fault, you're so talented. Oh, thank you. I'm excited about this book. This is one I just recently finished because I'm really fast. And this was actually meant to be for something else, and it didn't quite work out. And so we are just going to put it out there as a standalone novella. I'm really excited about it. And like I said, it does have a very fantasy bent to it because it does take place in the virtual reality world. And we've got castles and we've got dragons. Not just one dragon, guys. There are multiple dragons in this book. I told my artist that I was writing dragons and she's like, what? You don't write fantasy. I'm like, well, today I do. So we've got a whole bunch of really cool things. And the costumes in this book, so dang good because I get to be a little more creative with it. So we've got a knight. He's in golden armor, guys. Golden armor. We've got a princess. She's got this purple, it's like a purple dress type thing, but it's a half skirt. So it's like pants and a skirt and then a big collar and big jewelry. And she's just like, so good. I love it. Love it. Love it. And so we've got a lot of really cool, fun things to see within the virtual reality world of Virtually Sleeping Beauty. It's kind of interesting holding up a piece of paper instead of a book. I know, I've got a lot of comments. Hold tight, let me go back and read some of these comments. It's different from everything else she has done, but in the same vein as Along Came a Spider. Yeah, which is not exactly what you wrote there, but I knew what you meant. Yeah, it is very different because it has that fantasy side to it. But it's a retelling, and I love my retellings, so. And it's techie. I love my techie stuff, too. Cake Spider, yes, because we spelled came wrong. There is a joke about eating there. Yep. Well, there is a joke about that. When Sissy had said, here's my book. When she said, along came a spider, it autocorrected to cake. So along cake a spider. And obviously we need to do another book snack sat with cake for spider in this book. And I feel like that would be lots of fun. For those of you who did not know, a while ago I did a series called Book Snack Sat, and every Saturday for a while we actually did recipes that go with books, so you could have a book snack while you were reading a book. And I did some of my books, I did other people's books, and we did some really cool book snacks. And then some stuff came up in my life and I wasn't really able to cook as long as it takes to record, so I kind of had to put that on the back burner, but there are still episodes out there. You can go watch them on YouTube. And my blog.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. Yentl says, I want all the dragons, please. Yes. I feel like you're gonna like my dragons, and I feel like you're gonna like my dragon names. Because I'm interesting, and there's a secret there, but I'm not gonna tell you guys yet. A knight in golden armor, move over, Dove. There's a new hottie in town. No, Yentl, no. No. What are you even doing? Get out. You've been banished. What are you doing? No. Spider cake. Yes, it'll be a thing. We should do, like, cupcakes and then candy spiders on top and just see how that goes. Emily, have fun at work. We'll see you later. Check back in because we've got more info for you. Sissy says, I like Royce. He's in Virtually Sleeping Beauty, and he's a good clash-ish of Dove and Lucas. Yeah, he is kind of like Dove and Lucas. I can see that. I can run with that. Rise, Yentl, rise. I don't know why we're saying rise, but all right. We're just gonna run with that. We are. Okay, so do you have questions about this book? Are you excited for this book? Go ahead and let me know in the comments if you are excited to be reading Virtually Sleeping Beauty, a support group for Royce lovers. You haven't even met Royce yet. What are you doing? You protect the golden hottie. Yes, we need to take care of Dove Bear. Yes, my gosh, you guys, I have a pile of books sitting on my lap and a pile of books sitting on my table, and I can't find what I'm looking for. Yes, no, Dove will always be my favorite. That's just the way it goes. Dove and the guys from one of the books that you probably will never see that are sitting in my archives right now. All right. So, one more time. Virtually Sleeping Beauty. Ooh, my computer went to sleep. Sorry, guys. I hope that didn't affect my recording. I think we're good. Woo! What? Yentl! Protect the golden hottie. You mean Royce. I'm gonna legit kick you out of the group, girl. I think you don't even know Royce. Like, you have no idea. Adios, Dove. Get out. You've been banished. You don't get to read this one. Sorry. Sorry, you dug your own grave there. Okay, let's get back to the point here. Virtually Sleeping Beauty is a retelling novella. It does come out February 20th. It is available for pre-order right now. However, they are being a little slow over at Amazon and like Barnes & Noble and iBooks, so it will be up a little bit later today, but it is up and available on Kobo right now, and you can get your hands on a copy of this very, very soon. I'm very excited about it. This is my gamer virtual reality. Hey guys, thanks for joining. This is my gamer virtual reality retelling of Sleeping Beauty called Virtually Sleeping Beauty, where she gets locked in a virtual reality video game, and Royce has to go into the game to help her beat the levels and get out alive. I'm so glad to see you guys. We just announced my brand new say it like there's more than one of me. My brand new book comes out in February. We know that the final book in the Golden Trilogy, which is the bottom book in my pile here. No, it's not. I should stop leaving books on my lap. That's not helpful. There we go. Edge, the final book in the Golden Trilogy, which is my Goldilocks and the Three Bears retelling, is going to be available in just a few days on January 30th. You can go get information on that for Sorry, I'm reading comments here. You can get more information on Edge by going to edgeinfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com and learn a little bit more about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You can also go to VSB, that is Virtually Sleeping Beauty, info.k.m.robinsonbooks.com to get more info on Virtually Sleeping Beauty. Right now it's going to redirect you to my Goodreads page for that, because Amazon is being a little slow, and iBooks and Barnes & Noble, and like everywhere but Kobo right now is being a little on the slow side to put that up. But you can get some info and read the back of it. I'm going to read it one more time for you guys, because Yentl is super hyped for this book that she doesn't get to read because I have banished her from it, because she was being mean to Dove. That's what happens. Let me read this for you one more time. And I'll hold this up. There we go. She may be doing battle in the virtual world, but in the real world, they can't wake her up. All Aurora wants is to help people as class president, give her time to local charities, and quietly earn her way to the top level of the virtual reality system that the entire country uses without anyone noticing that she's the second best player in the game. All Royce wants to do is level up as a knight inside the gaming system, slay dragons, and eventually play his way to controlling the palace as he takes the crown away from the reigning queen. When his Aunt Perry calls him hysterically screaming that her goddaughter Aurora has been inside for more than the 4 hours the game allows, Royce rushes over to help. Entering the game, Royce soon discovers that Aurora is trapped inside the system after an encounter with an evil magician who can change forms inside the game and control the virtual world. If he and his friend can't help her beat the game, she might not be able to wake up in the real world at all. When virtual knights and princesses meet to slay dragons and defeat evil rulers, there's nothing stopping them from suffering real-world consequences too. To wake her up, he must enter the game and help her beat it. So there you go. I'm excited about it. It's awesome. The cover's awesome. This basically tells the story of the story in the cover. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. If you want a closer look or a more clear look, because I know broadcasting from your phone is not the best thing in the world, you can actually go to VSB Info, that is Virtually Sleeping Beauty, info.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. I will be posting some pictures of this. I will be posting some info, and I will be posting the write-up in my Instagram feed. So if you are hanging out, you can actually go check that out in a little bit. Once I get off, I have to actually upload it, so give me a couple minutes if you're here with me live. If you are on the rebroadcast, it's probably up already. You can go check it out. I'm excited about it. Yetta says that I can't banish her. She's too adorable. Guess what, boo? I can, and I did. So, love you. You are adorable, though. I'm just saying, you're totally adorable, but you're still banished because you offended me and Duff. That's all. You can get your hands on a copy of this February 20th. And it's... What is today's date? 22nd. Well, I don't know the date. It's because I've been writing nonstop. For those of you that don't know, I wrote an entire 75,000-word novel in 9.5 days. I haven't done anything but write since the new year. So fun times there. Sissy's saying, Evil Queen KM. Darn right, girl. Darn right. If only I had my crown right here. Okay. Yes. So, I've done nothing but write since the new year started. I have a whole new book that I can't tell you about yet, but I might be talking to you about that in the not too distant future. And we've got the final book of the Golden Trilogy coming out in January 30th. I'm super excited because it's going to be awesome. You finally get to see the epic conclusion. People have been really excited about this. Bonnie, hey girl, thanks for joining. I just released information on my brand new book. I'm going to tell you about it in 1 second as I wrap this up. So Edge is coming out January 30th. You can pre-order that right now. It is available. edgeinfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com, and see what happens to Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You're going to see what happens to Illyria and Dove and Berwin and Eden and Silas and Rayla and Justin and Devin and Tally and all of the people from the Golden Trilogy. I'm so excited, and it is the last book in this series, but I have some extra special announcements about that coming soon. So don't get all teary-eyed on me yet. Stick around. I got some cool stuff coming. You can also get, if you have not read the Golden Trilogy, you can get the first book in ebook format for free by going to goldeninfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. Everywhere books are sold. Yay! You can get that for free right now. You can also get your hands on free copies of Along Came a Spider and They'll Come Home. Probably should be this way. I can't get far enough back. Sorry, guys. Which is my retelling of Little Miss Muffet. She and Spider are hackers who have to go on a mission to save Little Bo Peep. She's been kidnapped by the Piper and being held for ransom. And then the follow-up, And They'll Come Home, is Little Bo Peep's point of view as she's being held captive. And they are prequel novelettes to the Legends Chronicles, which comes out later in 2018 from Snow Wings Publishing. You can also get your hands on a copy of Jaded. The sequel to this comes out in just a few months. I am finishing writing it as we speak. Well, not as we speak because I'm talking to you, but if you're watching the rebroadcast, I'm sitting behind my computer typing currently. And I was doing it before we came live, and I will be doing it when we go off air as well. So we're wrapping this baby up. I cannot wait to give you a firm date on this. I do have the date. We just have to make sure everything has worked out before I announce this publicly, because we've done that once, and that was not a fun thing when we had some things change up. That was not our fault either. We had a distributor close on us. You guys heard that drama. So I'm not giving you the date on this one yet until it's kind of in the printer's hands. But the sequel, Risen, is coming soon. Bonnie says, you're behind on reading. Well, girl, time to catch up. That's okay. You take your time. You read when you have time. And then finally, my brand new book, this will be my 8th book out in the world, is Virtually Sleeping Beauty. It is my retelling of Sleeping Beauty, where Sleeping Beauty gets locked in a virtual reality game, and they have to go into the game to help her beat it to wake her up in the real world. The tagline is, to wake her up, you must enter the game and help her beat it. I've read the write-up a couple of times on the rebroadcast, so if you join me late, you can go back and watch that, but I am going to be posting that on my social media platforms as well when we get off of the air here. You can go to Goodreads and check it out, and it is available for pre-order. We actually submitted it earlier today, and not everywhere has put it up yet, so it's not on Amazon right this very second, but it will be very, very soon. It should be like later tonight, so if you're watching the rebroadcast, hopefully it will be on and up at that point. You can go to VSB, that is Virtually Sleeping Beauty info.k.m.robinsonbooks.com to get more info on this. And thank you, Bonnie. It's pretty and it sounds good. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I managed to get a 5-star out of Sissy, so I'm really excited for that one. But you can learn more about that by going to vsbinfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. I'm excited for it. It's a novella, so it's not as long as my normal books. It is shorter, like Forged, but it's a good read, and it's very fantasy based because we've got dragons, we've got magicians, we've got princesses and knights, and we've got castles made out of glass and all sorts of fabulous things. I'm just giving away hints left and right here. So you will meet Royce and you will meet Rora soon. I can't wait. I already have some fan art for them, and I will slowly start to debut this. This comes out in February, and you can pre-order it right now. Yay! Yay! Give me a little love in those comments for Royce and Rora, and my fourth, I guess, fourth set of books, because we've got Golden, we've got Legends, we've got Jaded, and now we've got Virtually Sleeping Beauty. So I'm excited. I'm so excited that I'm in need of water. I'm losing my voice here. It's all good. So that comes out in February. I'm really excited about it. If you've got questions, go ahead. Hit me up in the comments, or if you're watching the rebroadcast, in the DMs, and let me know how excited you are for this. I feel like maybe I should have been wearing the flowers the entire time. It kind of adds to it. Maybe I should have worn the red ones. Those are over there. Oh, well, that's okay. 5 stars. That's right. I saw that earlier, and I'm like, yay, I got one. I was excited about that. I was. So you'll see dragons and magicians and amazing costumes in this story. We've got some really cool stuff because I get to get really fancy with this. And so I cannot wait for you guys to meet them. They're going to be pretty awesome. I do have some big announcements coming soon that I can't tell you about yet. There's one in relation to the Golden Trilogy. Actually, there's two big announcements for the Golden Trilogy. But I can't tell you those just yet because I'm spacing out my announcements. Yay! It's always fun to have to space things out. Like, so much is happening within my author brand right now that I'm intentionally having to space things out. It's taking forever for me to get you information because, like, one a week. It's driving me nuts. But we do have 2 big announcements coming from the Golden Trilogy soon. We will have a firm date on the Jaded sequel soon. I do have an announcement I am making about something else soon. But I'm waiting on information from people on that, which direction we're going in for something. So I do have something big and amazing to tell you, but I can't tell you just yet what that one is. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, stick with me. We're going to be doing some big announcements like this, and we're going to be telling you about more books, about book announcements, about fun events. And for those of you who are excited and do want to hang out with me more like this, we have a party for the release of Edge. So if you are a fan of the Golden Trilogy, come join me for a live broadcast launch party for Edge. You can go to edgelaunchparty.k.m.robinsonbooks.com to get yourself signed up and save your seat. It is on January 30th. So that is the day that Edge comes out. We're doing a live broadcast party at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I talk too fast and that happens. But it is going to be a live broadcast party. There will be games and coloring sheets and all sorts of fun, fabulous things. Because you guys know, who have attended my launch party, that we do really cool, fabulous, fun things. And they are so much cooler than, like, the Facebook parties some people throw. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to hang out live on air. You can ask questions. If, with my parties, I usually do readings, but not for books that are second or third books in the series. So not so much on this one, but usually you get a book reading from me for the first books. And we've got some cool stuff planned, so I'm excited. Oh, you missed your launch. Oh, you did. You missed some while you were without power for a very long time because of the hurricane. Sadness. We always put the rebroadcast up, but there's so much more fun live. So come join us, edgelaunchparty.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. Get yourself signed up and save your seat for the party. Limited seating, so not everybody's going to get in, so you want to get yourself over there soon so that you do not miss out. And then you can hang out with me, as always, for more information on Virtually Sleeping Beauty. We will be releasing some info on this a little bit later, and you're going to start seeing pictures on social media. Now, we did not do a cover reveal for this because this happened very, very quickly. This was something I was going to do as a Valentine's Day surprise for you, but the timing didn't quite work out, so it's a little bit after Valentine's Day, so consider it a belated Valentine's Day present surprise, because I love you. And so this is the first time you were seeing the cover. Help a girl out, please. take the cover from Goodreads, pop it onto your e-reader, take pretty bookstagram pictures, and tag me in it and give me a little love and tell everybody you're excited for Virtually Sleeping Beauty, because I don't get the hype from a cover reveal like I normally would, because that's not what we did this time. So help a girl out. Help a girl out and share the love for Virtually Sleeping Beauty. That was my weird, like, dance in front of the screen, but my hand didn't actually move. It just kind of went toward the camera. Such a good Valentine's Day read. It is. It actually is. It's a cute little read. Little romance going on there. So, and it's, you know, pink and white. This is all strategic, all intentional. You guys know. All right. If you have questions for me, if you have comments, now is the time, because I'm going to wrap this baby up. But if you have questions or you want to say something to me, now is a great time to do it. And thank you guys so much for joining me as we hung out and talked about the debut of Virtually Sleeping Beauty and all of the other things that we talked about today, because we talked about a lot of things. Girl. Virtually Sleeping Beauty does come out in February from Snowy Wings Publishing. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be awesome. And it is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. I was going to say the title. It's a Sleeping Beauty retelling where she gets locked in a virtual reality system and her prince has to come and save her. Only it's not, you know, super traditionally like prince saves the princess kind of thing, because she ranks higher in this game than he does. So he's like, prince assists the princess. You're trying to get Golden? Awesome. Golden is the best. I love Golden. GoldenInfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. Yay! So, Bonnie, if you haven't read Golden yet, which of my books have you read? Or are you just hanging out with me because you found me and we're like awesome together? I never know, because a lot of people tend to find me and they're just like, oh, she's fun. Because her dad led a rebellion against him and it failed when she was a child, and now he is going to accept her into his family and then quietly murder her and make it look like an accident to get back at her father. So it's kind of a dark, dangerous story. I'm really excited for it. This tends to be everybody's favorite book once they've read everything, so I love this one. The sequel comes out in just a few months. I'm reading it right now and it's like intense. It is intense. This book actually, I had people who formed a support group because of this book, because it's like emotionally scarring in certain parts. It is intense. And those girls turned into my elites, which I absolutely love them. But this one's going to take you on a wild ride and leave you with a massive book hangover. So does this one. So does that one. It happens. I'm mean. It's okay. So you can get your hands on a copy of Jaded. You can also get your hands on a copy of Along Came a Spider, which is the first prequel novelette in the Legends Chronicles, which is my retelling of Little Miss Muffet, where Little Miss Muffet and Spider are hackers, and they go on a mission to save Little Bo Peep, who has been abducted by the Piper and held for ransom. Only Spider's a bit of a double agent. He's playing both sides, and Little Miss Muffet's going to see just how deadly a spider bite can be. So, fun times. Obviously, I have a lot of dark and dangerous things. Jess is down with the commander from Jaded. Yeah, good luck with that. He's a force. He's an evil force, but he's a force. I am totally going to take the flowers off now. There we go. Okay. Woo. All right. Any questions, any comments, anything left for me, or should we wrap this baby up and get some of that beautiful Virtually Sleeping Beauty loveliness out on my feeds on social media? Yes, I'm thinking yes by all of the heart love here. So here we go. Let me do my wrap up. I am K.M. Robinson, author of the Golden Trilogy, the Jaded Duology, the Legends Chronicles, and now Virtually Sleeping Beauty. And you can come hang out with me at k.m.robinsonbooks.com, where I just opened up my world portals, where you can get exclusive behind the scenes looks at all of my series. You'll see pictures, you'll see videos, you'll see behind the scenes interviews, there's fan art, there's things that you can explore, and there's fun facts and all sorts of behind the scenes things that you can't get anywhere else, bonus scenes, all sorts of amazing things from these books in their own individual world portals. So if you are a big fan of Golden, you want to learn more about Dove Bear, go over there. If you are a big fan of Jaded and you want to learn more about Lucas, hey, go hang out on the world portals. There's stuff there about all sorts of the characters within these stories. You can get those by going to k.m.robinsonbooks.com. And as always, you can hang out with me at k.m.robinsonbooks on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, where I'm doing behind-the-scenes things just like this. We're doing Ask Me Anythings. We're debuting information about our newest books, my newest books, and all sorts of fun and fabulous things here on social media at k.m.robinsonbooks on all the social platforms. You can also hang out with me over on YouTube, where I put all these videos from the live broadcasts and the pre-recorded things that I've done and all sorts of fun and fabulous things over on YouTube. Go check it out. I'm K.M. Robinson over there as well. And you can hit up blog.k.m.robinsonbooks.com for more behind the scenes and exclusives and different things. Sometimes I give away bonus scenes. Sometimes I give away short stories, all sorts of things over on my blog. So make sure you check it out. Super fun, and I would love to see you guys over there. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have things you want to chat about, go ahead and DM me now, because I want to hear from you. And if I'm just getting to know you, go ahead, send me a message. Let's get to know each other. Tell me who you are, where you're from, what kind of books you like to read. If you've read my books, feel free to gush over them. If you have not, DM me anyway, because I want to hear from you and I want to be friends with you guys. So let me know what is going on in your life. I would love to hear from you. And I love seeing you guys with all the hearts, all the love, all the comments right here on our live broadcast. Thanks so much for joining me for this as we debuted our information about Virtually Sleeping Beauty. I cannot wait to get this out there for you guys. It's going to be so good. People have been raving over it, the handful of people that's read it so far, because most of you haven't. And it comes out in February, and I hope you will check it out. It is available for pre-order right now. You can go to vsbinfo.k.m.robinsonbooks.com for more info. And if you go to pre-order it now, it is up on some of the sites, but not on all the sites, because we did it this morning, and it's taken a little bit longer than I expected for it to go through, because sometimes it takes a little bit of time to process. So hopefully it'll be up on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and iBooks soon, but it is on some of the other platforms right now. It'll definitely be up by tomorrow or the next couple of days. Some of them take a few days. It'll be up on Amazon tomorrow, if not later tonight. So I hope you check it out. I'm really excited about it. Leave it a little love. Go on over to Goodreads and mark it as you want to read, or however you do that. I don't know. I don't hang out on Goodreads very much anymore. But add it to your want to read list over on Goodreads and be supportive and wonderful and lovely. And yes, and come hang out with me over on Amazon. You can follow me on Amazon. If you follow my books to read stuff, they actually sent out an email and told you all about this new book a couple hours ago before I announced it. So they outed me before I told you guys, which is kind of funny. So if you follow me on places like on Amazon or on Books to Read, or if you follow me on BookBub, all those places send out notifications about my new books, and you might actually hear about some of my upcoming things before I announce them, because they like to do that to me. So if you want the latest and greatest, follow me, because apparently they will out me before I will tell you guys. So there it goes. Thanks again so much for joining me. I'm K.M. Robinson, author of the Golden Trilogy, the Jada Duology, the Legends Chronicles, and Virtually Sleeping Beauty, and I will see you guys again next time. Until then, stay inspired. Have a great day. Bye-bye.